Okay, recording is on. So welcome everybody. It's great to have you here. I look forward to my Monday afternoons and Q&A for LinkedIn. We call this the LinkedIn Turbochargers, and I record them all. Thank you for reminders, you guys. As I get talking right away because I get so excited about some of the things that I want to talk about. So first of all, where are your numbers at? How many connections have you got so far? Have we got anybody to 5,500 plus?
No, no, I'm still hanging around, whatever it was. No, I'm still, well, I've got a few new ones. Let me refresh. I'm up to 105 now.
Okay.
Uh,
I
yeah,
have,
105, but I'm waiting for a lot to come back still. Sorry,
Mhm.
Terry.
that's okay. I'm the one that interrupted. I'm up to 376 official with plenty of pending.
Okay.
Are you guys doing this strictly from LinkedIn, or are you talking about numbers in general?
We're talking about LinkedIn numbers, our connections on LinkedIn.
Oh, okay. I got 10,000 connections, but I haven't really done anything with it. I mean, honestly, I haven't touched LinkedIn for about a year and a half.
Oh my goodness. Well, one of the things that I've been teaching everybody lately is how to build an email list using LinkedIn. So what I've been doing with my emails is I will create a newsletter on LinkedIn. And in that newsletter, I put a link to my landing page that is connected to System.io. So people can get on my email list, and there's always a call to action to make them to want to click on whatever I've got in the newsletter. So I schedule one newsletter a week to go out on my LinkedIn platform, and I get more followers every time. So I'm just going to go.
Do
This
you
doesn't
create
want
that
me.
newsletter? Do you create that newsletter on LinkedIn or System.io?
No, I created on LinkedIn. It's a LinkedIn newsletter. So in other
Okay.
words, what I've got is I've got two systems feeding um, my email list, right? So I've got people coming from LinkedIn as well as people coming from my other social media from what we're taught in the legacy program. So I've got two streams of income coming in to fill my email list.
Do you have a training recorded on that?
I can't hear you. You're really a long ways away. It sounds like you're really
Oh,
distant.
do you have a training recorded on that?
I believe I do have a training recording on that.
Christine, when I look on my, because I'm only on my cell phone, it says I had 300 profile views in the past 90 days. So when I click on that, it says five were work at self-employed, four were at, three were at, 115 were at. And then when you go and click view, then it wants you to sign up for the professional.
Yeah. So they
So
they've made some big
made some
changes
big
on LinkedIn the last little while. And here's the thing that I've been doing. I use the groups, but if their name to me is hard to read or understand, I don't usually click on those. And the reason I haven't been, it's not discrimination really. It's the fact that I know those people have a hard time with their banking system. And I don't want to cause people extra trouble with their banking system, right? So I look for people that are English speaking because then I don't have any problems with them. Hello, Chris. Welcome in. Okay. So I'm going to go in. If you go to your home page, so I clicked on my home page here. If you click on your home page, then you should be able to scroll down on the left side here, and you can see where you can access the groups, your groups. You can access your newsletters and your events. So the only challenge with doing newsletters is the fact that you need to be at 500 plus connections on LinkedIn. Well, look at this. This was at 1,145, I think, subscribers last week. And look at this, I'm at 1,515 subscribers. These are people that have clicked on my newsletter, right? Yes, Donna?
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but you know how I couldn't get my newsletter because I didn't have the connections? I just went down and clicked on where that newsletter is down the side, and it's come up for me to fill out the information,
Oh, great.
which it didn't have before. So maybe I can do it now.
Yeah, maybe they've done some more changes on LinkedIn.
I just thought that was interesting because it was only like
Huh.
last week, I think, or the week before, we couldn't do it.
Yeah,
But I was under 100 last week.
yeah. So maybe it's because you're over 100. I don't know.
I'm going to try it anyway, so that's great.
Awesome. Oh, that's
So
great.
where do I find that on my phone?
Okay,
Oh,
so
yes.
yeah. So let's go. I'm going to pull up my phone here, okay? So here's my phone. And I'm going to go into LinkedIn. Logging into my LinkedIn. And I'm going to click the home button.
I don't even have a home button.
There is one on mine. I can,
I just click my picture.
so I clicked my picture just now. And it's got profile views, it's got post impressions, puzzle games, saved posts, groups, and settings. So I clicked on settings. Notifications, help center, accessibility, privacy, recommendation, user agreement. Oh, I got a brainwave. Let's go into ChatGPT. Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. How do I access? I've been using ChatGPT for a lot of stuff. How do I access my newsletter on LinkedIn?
On a cell phone.
Okay.
And you're on a analog, aren't you? You're not on iPhone, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got it searching. Okay, how to access LinkedIn newsletters on mobile. Number one, open the LinkedIn app on your iOS or Android device. Number two, tap the home icon. So I'm going to go to the home icon. Okay, and number three, if there's a new issue of a newsletter you're subscribed to, you'll see a notification card in your feed. Tap it to read the full issue. Okay, notification card in your feed. Oh, there's notifications. So if you've got a newsletter, it should show up in your notifications. So you go to home and then you click on notifications. And then alternatively, tap your profile icon and scroll to interests. Okay, profile icon and scroll down to interests. So mine wants me to reactivate premium, and I don't want to reactivate premium because then it doesn't look the same as what you guys see if you're on the free platform, right? So I'm going to click on my network and see what happens there. I have some people that are waiting to get accepted in. Tap the profile icon and scroll to the interests section. Tap the profile icon.
It doesn't have it there, Christine.
No, I can't get to the interests section.
Hmm. Me either. Not even under settings.
Yeah.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, much better. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I turned on the Bluetooth mic.
Oh, good.
That
So you
works
can,
better.
it says that the instructions here say you can also catch up on recent issues by tapping Write Article. Okay, so let's go to that home thing again and see if we can find. Okay, email, all filters. Email connection starred, unread. No. Drafts. No. It just takes me to all of the, so I'm going to go on LinkedIn on my computer here. There
Now
should
you know
be,
why I get frustrated.
yeah, I do. I totally understand. And it says you can also catch up on recent issues by tapping Write Article. So we should be able to click on the profile icon, that little tiny picture of me in the top left, and go to try saved posts first.
So you're in Chat GPT right now, right?
Yes, we're trying to figure out how to use the newsletter program on LinkedIn with a smartphone, right? Because we have people in our group who do not have a computer that can log into LinkedIn. And so we're trying to
My
figure out how to do it with a smartphone.
My hat's to them. I'm old school, man. A phone is made for a phone call and send a tip.
Yeah, I hear you big time. But this is, you know what, most all of us are over 50 here. I don't know anybody that's under 50 here or in my organization. I think.
I made the cut. I made the cut.
Yeah, no, way over 50 here.
So, you
I'm
know,
probably the
we didn't
youngest
grow
one.
up with tech. So to learn some of this stuff together, okay, let's just go through. So I've been going to ChatGPT to get instructions for a lot of different things. So let's go down a little bit further. Top tips: subscribe to a newsletter via a published issue in your feed. Or once subscribed, you'll get in-app push and email notifications.
You go to Chat GPT to ask how to make the spouse listen.
How to make what?
The spouse listen.
Do you know what? I'm going to tell you a big secret to a successful relationship with a spouse.
Worry
Manage your
about
calendar.
When you get up in the morning and you're in the kitchen, you have at least a minimum of a 30-second hug.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah. You have a 30-second hug and you just don't say anything. And we keep hugging, and I don't let go until I feel my husband let go. And if it's before the 30 seconds and I see them feel him loosening his grip, I still hang on and I
The
count in
other
my
one,
head. 1001, 1002, 1003.
oh man, you doing CPR?
It's no longer a secret, Christine. My husband's sitting here listening. And And he
So he's
does,
gonna
he does
expect
put in
Donna,
the
he's gonna
I have
expect
to
that
say.
hug in the morning.
He does expect that hug in the morning every day. And he just said this morning, oh, well, happy wife, happy life.
You know, the other thing that I found that works, Christine,
What?
make sure you have somewhere in your calendar throughout the week a date night and a family night.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, we do that too. And when we watch a movie, we at least sit and hold hands. And when we go for a
Oh,
walk outside, we go for walks together quite often. We always hold hands when we go for a walk.
looks like I'm gonna have to work on both of those.
I'm looking through my
Step up your game, Kim.
I'm telling you, this is the thriving for seniors transformation.
It. Learn from your elders for sure.
Yeah, I'm in my 70s. I should know a thing or two, hopefully.
I'm right behind you, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so I am at a point. So it should show up, any newsletters that you are following should show up in your notifications tab.
Well, I on my home page, if
Mhm.
I just keep scrolling down past analytics and about and activity and experience and all that,
Uh-huh.
and recommendations, then I get down to interests, and it says top voices, companies, groups, and newsletters. So I click on
Oh,
newsletters,
great.
and then it brings up yours and the other ones that I've subscribed to, but it doesn't have anywhere to post one.
Have you clicked on one of the newsletters? Did you click on the newsletter?
Um, I clicked on yours,
Yeah, so click on it
and
and see
and
what
it just says share or subscribed and how many editions there are and when they were published. So I scroll way down, and there's no other button to push.
click on share.
Share any post, send a private message,
Yeah,
report this newsletter, share via.
yeah. So click on share via.
And then the list pops up on my phone who I want to share it with or what platform I want to share it.
Yeah,
But that doesn't help me post a newsletter.
create a newsletter.
Nope, it doesn't give me anywhere to create one.
Okay, I'm going to do this on going to ChatGPT.
Do you have Christine? Do you have an iPhone or Android?
An iPhone.
You know
And
you
I
can
have,
share your iPhone on the Zoom, right?
Pardon me about the iPhone, about iPhone and Zoom.
You know you could share your iPhone on the Zoom, and she could follow you as you go
No,
through
she
your.
doesn't have an iPhone, Kim. She has an Android.
Yeah,
Oh, she has an Android. Okay,
yeah,
but she knows how to log in the Android. She knows how to log in the LinkedIn, right?
on her phone. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
on the icon.
So even if Christine show her on the iPhone, the app is the same whether it is on an Android or iPhone. The only difference.
but it doesn't have the same buttons.
Yeah, it
Was that?
doesn't because yeah,
You sure it doesn't have the same button as an iPhone? Because the app should be an app.
But iPhone and Android are two completely different phones, and they work completely different with different
yeah,
buttons and
yeah,
different ways to do things. My husband has an Android, I have an iPhone. They're so totally different, Kim.
yeah. And the same with the computers themselves. because we've looked at getting an Apple computer as compared to a PC, and I've always worked on a PC. And
Well, the PC is different. The PC is going to be different than the Mac. That's completely different. But I find that most apps on a phone, whether it's iPhone or Android, a lot of apps are exactly the same, regardless of what you're using.
yeah, unfortunately, the LinkedIn app doesn't seem to be working the same.
The other thing you could do, Terry, is log into this Zoom through your phone, and maybe we could guide you by being able to see the screen that you have on your phone when you log in, and maybe we could better guide you visually.
Well, what I have done before is just hold it up.
The problem is we can't see that. It's not the same as when you log into the Zoom on the phone, because when you log into the Zoom on the phone and then you share your screen on the phone, we see the entire phone on the screen.
So, Terry, did you click on notifications
Yes,
and then you went to my newsletter and clicked on my newsletter?
yes.
Okay, that's what I've done as well.
Yeah, I did that also.
It actually says on my notifications, you have one of the most viewed profiles. Add verification.
Ah, so you've got a comment there. Oh, it's a comment on mine from my newsletter. So there's comments, there's share, there's send. You can send a newsletter. There's a like button. And I've got 77 impressions. I can view my impressions. Now it's turned out to 125. So I've got 2006 post impressions in the last 7 days.
When you're done with the phone, would you be able to demonstrate on quickly how to generate a newsletter on the desktop with LinkedIn?
Yeah, yeah. So I think I'm going to leave the phone for now.
That's
And-
fine.
And so can you guys still see my screen?
Mhm.
Yes.
I've got ChatGPT up there right now, so I'm going to go over to LinkedIn. Can you see LinkedIn now?
No. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so if I go into LinkedIn, here's Denise. Hello, Denise. Welcome, welcome. We are recording and we're working on setting up a newsletter on LinkedIn. And the way that a newsletter is supposed to work, according to Christine here, when you set up that newsletter on LinkedIn, you need to put a link in that newsletter attached to some words that will be housing or hiding or holding, whichever way you want to refer to it, your URL or your domain name. And your domain, if you're part of the legacy program, your domain takes you to a landing page on the Kajabi website, right? Where people can leave their email. And so what you're essentially doing is you're setting up this newsletter on LinkedIn. I have you can pre-schedule your newsletters. I'll go through the steps here and walk you through the newsletter system. And
How did you get to this section? If I were to on my profile page, how will I get to this section?
so you need to go, if you click on the home button,
Right.
click on the home button, and if it doesn't show newsletters, because you've got, would you say you've got 20,000?
I got 10,000.
10,000. Okay, you're well above the 500 plus. So on mine, because I've used it already, it shows up in the bottom left side of my homepage, right?
Oh, Okay,
And in order to first find it, you probably need to go up to the top of the center column where you can start a post. You see this place where you can start a post? And then you down below, there's write an article, there's add a photo or add a video. So you click on write an article and it should show. So my Thriveability newsletter is showing up in the top left here. Do you see that?
Top left.
And so the way you do a newsletter is similar to the way you do an article.
Okay.
The difference is one's a newsletter and one's an article. So here's how I repurpose them. Your newsletter, the newsletter that I set up. So I'm going to click on my newsletter here.
So apparently I created a newsletter maybe a decade ago, but the button is on the bottom left.
actually, Christine,
Yes.
I was able to access it from the left there.
Yeah.
So it shows on my profile. So I just clicked on that. Then it took me to the newsletters that I'm subscribed to, which
Right.
you're on that page. But
Yeah.
at the top, it says create a
Yeah,
newsletter.
you can create a newsletter. That's
Okay.
where I am right here.
Okay.
So I call my newsletter the Thriveability Digest. Okay, you can have whatever name you want for your newsletter. But people are subscribing to my digest, my Thriveability Digest. I gave it that name because of the fact that my group or my community on school is called the Thriveability for Seniors community. And I got that name actually from ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT for 10 suggestions for titles for my community, and they came out. They had a whole bunch of really great suggestions. And then I asked it to narrow it down to the top 5, and Thriveability for Seniors was in there. And I liked that the best of all of them. So you can go in here now where I'm in my newsletter. So I can create a new edition. So if you click on this, create a new edition, then you can upload a picture from your computer. So I'm going to go into my computer and I'm going to upload a picture that I've already got saved in there.
So we see your LinkedIn, but we don't see you doing anything else.
That's okay. I'm just going into my drop-down menu for my Dropbox and pulling up my profile.
Now, would it show as a regular post when you post the newsletter? Does it show as a regular post?
You're
gonna do the same thing because
Sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I wondered the same thing. Like if I just wanted to, like yesterday I did an article in a couple groups. And if I just post in groups, do I have to post on my account?
I usually put a post in my account. LinkedIn will post it. When you publish it, it should go into your main feed of your account, of your
When you
profile,
post to
right?
when you post to a group, it automatically goes to your feed.
No, not when you post to a
Okay.
group, but when you
Okay.
publish your article, as soon as it's published, it should
Yeah.
show up in your main feed,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Right.
If you publish in groups, those things that you publish in groups, your articles, so the posts that you create as a result of your articles that you post in the groups, you just post once a week in the group,
Okay.
maybe twice
Okay.
a week max. You have to be careful you don't abuse
Right.
the use of the groups.
Yeah, and some were a couple were not approved. So I
No.
know.
Yes. So if you're not approved, then
Yeah,
just leave the group.
yeah, yeah.
That's what
I'm
I
gonna-
do. I don't bother fooling around.
I
Okay.
got a question for you. Now, I know it's been a while since I posted on LinkedIn, but if I remember correctly, unless something changed, is that when you post on your wall, usually it gives you the option to also post in the group the same post, doesn't it?
Okay, so if you post on your wall, what do you mean?
Or like you post on your feed, like on the home on the regular feed, right?
Right, right.
Before you post or after you post, usually it redirects you to see if you want to post in a current group that you're in, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I
That's what I'm
don't
saying. So if
use
you
that.
did that,
Yeah, I don't use that very often. But
oh
yeah,
no.
I get what you're talking about.
So wouldn't that allow you to kill a bird with, I mean, a bird with one stone, two birds with one stone kind of deal? Instead of have to recreate content for a group and recreate content or repost twice, you could post.
I
Um,
mean,
um, I'm going to have to go into the groups and walk through it.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry. I hope I didn't
Yeah.
confuse anybody.
Well, I've got a train of thought going with my process, right? And then to try and
Yeah.
switch in the middle of the stream is a little bit of a
Sorry.
challenge.
Yeah,
Okay, so
don't derail the train.
yeah. So let's see, which one am I going to use here? Ways to invite connections. 50, how to invite that? No, there's no ones in that one. I'm going to go back into my pictures and gifts and go into June and see if I find one in June that I like better. There's my newsletter, how to set up a LinkedIn newsletter. Okay, and then you click the next button. And so my newsletter always, it's similar to an article, but they are different, right? They're set up differently. And so you have to be really careful that you remember what you're on when you're creating, whether you're creating an article or whether you're creating a newsletter. And I always put my domain name down here. And I always, when I create the pictures in Canva, I always add my domain name to the bottom of my Canva picture because I don't make it live and interactive. If people want to get to my domain, they can just copy and paste. And the reason I don't make it live is because I don't want LinkedIn to clue into the fact that I'm using my domain name, because LinkedIn doesn't like us using other domains other than LinkedIn domains. So there, when you publish an article or when you publish a newsletter, LinkedIn gives you a special or a specific URL to use, which is a LinkedIn URL. And so you can use that URL anywhere on LinkedIn. So when you're creating a newsletter, you want to make sure that so I'm going to go into my Chat GPT.
So because you get a LinkedIn URL to share whatever it is, you want to have a picture with your other domain for like the legacy builder for them to go to because it's got a LinkedIn URL instead. Like you said, so they're not going from like LinkedIn to the legacy.
So in order to hide the URLs from the search engines on LinkedIn, you want to make sure that you attach them to some words. And that's what I'm going to do as I create this newsletter here. And then the LinkedIn search engines won't pick up on them. And you can have them in your articles. You can have your domain name in there, right? So I'll show you in just a second here. I'm just trying to create my article. So let's see that. What am I going to use? Okay. We'll see what it comes up with. Okay. One step that changed everything, and it's simpler than you think. So I'm going to put that for my title.
You're doing this from the phone, right?
No, this is on my computer because I'm faster on my computer than I am on my phone.
Because we're not seeing anything. You're only sharing one window. You're not sharing your computer.
Oh, let's see here.
Because there's nothing moving on your computer.
Oh,
Unless it's just me. Does anybody else have anything
No,
moving
the
on
screen
their
the screen's been the same since she went to it a little bit ago, where it's just showing her profile and
I just thought I'd let you
new
know that,
post.
Christine. If
well,
we're
that's
supposed to
good.
see something. Yeah, we're not
That's
seeing
good.
anything.
I'm going to see if I can find my screen here.
I know that darn
You
old
have
tech.
to,
See
yeah,
that?
you have to unshare and you have to reshare.
Okay, stopping share.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
And when
reshare.
you reshare, you want to reshare your entire screen, not just your Chrome tab.
Okay, so that's the screen in the top left, right? That has the blue highlight around it.
You have a Mac, right?
Nope, I have a
PC.
PC.
So put the entire screen. Your choice should be the entire screen. Yeah.
Okay, so you can see my LinkedIn right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we can see your LinkedIn now.
Okay, now can you see my digital growth community now?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Okay, can you see ChatGPT?
Yes, we can. Now we can see it change. We didn't see anything change before.
I'm sorry, pardon me. Somebody was coughing at the same time.
Sorry.
Yeah, we didn't see anything change before, but we can now see it change.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to copy this and I'm going to take it over into my LinkedIn and paste it in for a title. And I'm going to try and hurry up and do this faster than I normally do. So I'm going to put my story in here. And put the body in. So this is a newsletter that we're doing. I don't want my ChatGPT in there.
Right.
Okay. No, that might not be good.
They look a bit, but what is that? How do I click on that?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I usually only use 5, maybe 6 hashtags. So I'm going to get this changed. I don't like the way it's laid out.
Now you tweak it, like Michelle always does with hers.
Yeah. Yeah.
She gets it all in there and she's like, all right, we're gonna tweak this. I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna put this
Yeah,
here, and I'm
yeah.
gonna throw up a video in here. And for someone who doesn't like tech, she sure has this crud down packed.
Yeah, she does great. I really admire the training that we've got in the Legacy
Oh
program.
yeah,
It's second to
I mean,
none.
I've been in plenty of other communities, and the DGC is by far the best.
Yeah, it really is.
Even communities that have more people, they don't have the support that Michelle has.
There's communities bigger than DGC.
So, let's see. I'm just going to skim through this really fast. And another thing that I do is I attach all my social media links at the bottom as well. And so I'm going to go over to LinkedIn you won't probably see this, I don't think. But I'm just going to
Will
quickly go in.
LinkedIn suppress your content when you do that?
No, hasn't yet.
Okay. The reason I ask is I've always been taught to not take them to another platform.
Yeah, it seems most of the social media sites out there, they're like they don't want you to go take people to another platform, but yet in your settings they give you areas to attach links to other platforms. I'm like, okay, that's kind of stupid. You don't
Yeah.
want them taking it to other things, but then you're going to let them put their links in their profile so people can go and click on them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Totally agree, Denise.
Well, I normally don't do this. I usually have it all on one platform, but I only have one LinkedIn opened up. I usually have two LinkedIns opened at the same time. Oops, I've got to click on my edit button.
That's like saying, don't do this. Let me give you a rope so you can hang yourself.
But you need to have, I'm just trying to grab my links. Really easy here.
Oh, I see. So when you copy and paste on LinkedIn, it actually brings the links over as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I'm just going to highlight here. And I'm going to paste my links in here. And I usually just go in and copy them off of a previous article so that I don't have to go and separately attach each link every time I do an article. So I just go and copy it, and then I'll just go over there really quickly and get out of that.
I'm on my cell phone now that I got used to what that notes app on my phone is for. I got so much crazy stuff in there since I've learned how to use it. Especially because in Legacy you get areas where you see multiple people commenting about the same problem,
Mm-hmm.
and then you see how tech solves it. So then I learned to copy those threads, those posts, and then I put them with a description in my notes. So that way the next time somebody asks, I'm like, here, this will answer it. Click, and I just copy and paste the thing over from my notes.
Yeah. Okay,
Because
so
otherwise it gets lost in the thread. You can never find it. Because there's,
yeah.
I try to do that search. I try to do that search when I'm looking for something specific, but then when I type it in and I hit enter, it starts showing back. It starts like back in like 2003, the original post. And like you gotta scroll through like 50, 60, 100 pages. I'm like, can I get like the newest ones? Where's the thing? Like, like when we're on the main page of DGC, they have that the little 3-bar thing that you can hit and you can select like newest posts. So that way it'll put the newest post right up at the front. I
Right.
can't do that on the search tab. And then I just was like, so sometimes I just I try to comment on stuff. And then that way that comment is recorded under my profile in school. So I can just go under my profile and go to my contributions in the group and find what I'm looking for quicker.
Yeah, I hear you big time. So this is just a short newsletter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click the next button up here. So did you notice how I buried my domain name in this step by step?
Yep.
So I clicked the link up here and it opened up and I put in I just typed it in, my domain name. So my domain name is also going to show up if they click on one of these, right? And so I have a couple of groups on LinkedIn. One is called the Marketing Mentress. The other one is called the LinkedIn Marketing Mentress. I have my X link is here, my Pinterest link, and my YouTube link. So if people want to go and see what my YouTube is like, follow something on YouTube.
Or then they can just click on it. It'll
Yeah.
automatically redirect them.
Yeah,
That's
it just
cool. And then
takes
that
right
way,
there.
that way it makes your page look cleaner because you don't have a whole bunch of hyperlinks on there.
That's right. And here's the thing too. These are all hidden from the search engines on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn can't see the search engine can't see that you don't have a LinkedIn link there.
Right.
Get my drift?
Yep, I get it.
So let's click on next. So I want to put some comments in here. And I'm going to I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cheat and I'm going to go into Chat GPT.
That's not cheating. That's just being productive. Because why strain our brain when we can put it in? Because like I have the hardest time trying to get like my thought process out in words for people to understand.
Yeah.
So I find it easier if I just go and chat and type out, or actually I do the microphone thing and I just talk to it, and then I hit then it types it in and sends it.
Mhm.
And then it comes up with the perfect words for it. I'm like, thank you.
The only time you cheat, Christine, is when you violate the Ten Commandments. Right here, you're simplifying.
Oh, thank you.
Smarter, not harder.
Thank you for
You're
the
working smarter,
clarification.
not harder, and that's the thing we need to do. We've been programmed all of our lives that we need to work hard, so we overcomplicate everything.
So
I
there
don't
we
know what
go.
cat is making what mess.
That program only works. That program only works when you have a boss. See, I fired my boss almost back in 2002.
Wow. My boss fired me back in 2011.
My boss laid me off in August of last year.
Wow.
The
Okay.
only boss I can't fire is my wife, but that thing wouldn't go right if I fire her. So.
Well, there is a way to fire her, but you don't want to do that if you really like her.
Yeah.
I mean, I fired my husband back in 2011. We separated in 2011, and I filed for divorce in 2013.
Not fun. Okay, I'm just about there. So I opened up a Word document so I can put the part of the things that I've got copied on that Word document so I don't have to go and copy and paste it all over again. And so now I'm going to go back into where I can get the link. So you see the link to the article. When I clicked publish, it opened up. This is where you can go and automatically share your newsletter with Facebook or X or in your groups, right? And I quite often will do the groups or the X. I don't have Facebook anymore. Didn't even bother setting up Facebook because I got hacked a couple of years ago really bad, and they went in and they stole money from bank accounts of people that I was connected to. So get the link to this article. I'm clicking on that. So now I'm going to go into my Word document that I've got put up here, and I'm going to right click and paste. So there's my link. Today, my online business runs 24/7 using a system that's already built and already working. All I do is plug in and stay consistent. And then there's the link. And then I've just got 4 hashtags. So I'm going to take this and copy that. I'm going to go over to my LinkedIn here. So I can close this now because I want to get in here. So I try to keep my posting, especially with my newsletter, consistent so that it says what it is they're looking at, how to set up a LinkedIn newsletter, right? So I have used this before on another newsletter, and I can reuse it if I want or not, whichever I choose.
Can I ask you about your hashtags? Did you just make those up or did you research those?
I got them from ChatGPT, and they're ones that I use a lot.
Okay.
So it gives you a date of when you've published this when you actually wrote this article. But what I'm going to do is in order to, oops, I think I might have missed a step here.
Ruh-roh. That's the thing that happens when you're teaching something. It's so automatic to you. You know what you're doing, and when you try to break it
Yeah.
down in steps to teach other people, you forget steps. Been there, done
Oh
that
my
in the
gosh.
workforce.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna be like, "Why are you doing it that way?" Well, this is how you showed me, and then I realized, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, you got to do this step before you do this step."
Yeah.
My bad.
So you're copying and pasting this to in a comment. Is that what you're doing?
Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to schedule the post to go out at a different time. I don't want it to go out right now. I want to schedule it to go out at a later date.
Okay.
And I think I got sidetracked here and I didn't. Let's see, I'm going to click on edit article and see if I can publish it for a later date. No, it's not going to let me.
Did you already send it?
Manage, go under
Just got
manage.
draft saved, Christine. So where do you go for your drafts to? Is it under manage at the top there?
There we go, drafts.
And there you could schedule there.
There you go.
There you go.
So scheduled.
Oh, that's showing scheduled, but you got to schedule it before it goes in there, and
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah.
schedule it yet.
No, it's got to be scheduled.
There's another drop down.
Have you already published it?
Oh,
Maybe? Did you already publish it by accident?
Yeah, I went and clicked publish.
So once it's
No.
published, it's done. You can't change the date. It's already out there.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
So
You can duplicate as draft and then resend it somewhere, some other time maybe. If you wanted to send it out again, up the top, duplicate the top one.
Only thing you could do is delete
No,
it
no,
and then repeat it.
No, just on that drop down, it's got
Yeah,
duplicate as draft.
duplicate as draft at
The
the very top,
No, very top, Christine.
the very
oh,
top.
duplicate as
Yeah,
draft. Okay.
yeah. Maybe that's where you can do it.
And say, yeah, can you pull it down once you've posted it?
Okay.
can.
So then you would have to delete the one you already posted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
I
so
click
you,
the
you
next,
say
I
you
would-
duplicated it as a draft. Now you can delete the original, and hopefully not too many people saw it. Just in a couple minutes, it was up.
okay,
I-
so here's the
I would
here's
open
where,
Yeah.
the duplicate
schedule.
tab.
Yeah, there's the
here's where you
scheduler.
can pre-schedule right
Yeah.
down here.
That's
Right.
the problem. They got it too close to the publish button, Christine.
Yeah.
They
It's not
need that on the other
visible.
side of the screen so you don't accidentally hit it.
Yeah, so you can schedule it to go out. So that this is the 14th. I already had one go out today. And so I can click on the 21st and have it scheduled to go out on the 21st. And I usually schedule mine to go out early in the morning, fairly early, like 8:30, so that it takes in some of the times around the world and more people will have an opportunity to see it.
Right.
So I'm going to go through AM. There's 8:30. There we
Is
go.
that 8:30 Mountain Time?
Yeah, it's mountain time. So I can post, let's see. So that is still working. So now I can schedule this to go out because I've pre-scheduled it, right? To go out for next week.
Perfect.
And so after we get off this, I'll go in and delete the other one.
Mhm. That's brilliant. Well done.
Yeah, I had to do that earlier when I was making my first post for TikTok this morning. I was doing some editing and somehow, I don't know how, I accidentally posted it before I like retweeted. I did something different than the original one. And I didn't realize I had posted the other one yet. I thought I was still editing it because I got an iPad now, so I'm kind of learning to do stuff on the iPad. And when I went to my TikTok profile and went to my videos and it had both of them showing. I'm like, oh crud. So I'm like, well, I want this one to post. I don't want that one. So I had to go on to the other one and go to the privacy settings to make it only be seen by me, because TikTok don't want you deleting videos.
Yeah.
So I just changed the privacy settings on it so that way there's just one. But I'm like, man, because I didn't want him to not push the one out because I posted two so close together. I mean, like within 5 minutes. I had
Oh,
posted
yeah.
the same video, but I
Yeah, you
didn't have
have to be
everything done in the
careful.
first one. So
That one thing
like
that
crap.
LinkedIn is really, really strict about, and that is using bots. And if you publish things too close together too fast, then LinkedIn can shut you down.
Right.
They'll send you to LinkedIn jail, I call it.
Well, TikTok's the same thing. That's the people don't realize they get in the social media tab and they get in them follow trains and they just start
Mhm.
following everybody and all of a sudden they're like, oh well now I can't do anything. Well, because you follow too many people too fast and then you were acting like a bot, so TikTok put you in timeout.
Yeah, that's right.
It says
I think all
24
the
hours
platforms
later,
will.
it says in 24 hours they'll unfreeze you and they'll let you do it. So you got to sit there and listen to Amy's advice that she shares in her trainings on the TikTok to just follow like 5 people, interact with them, wait like a half hour, and then go on and do 5 more. You got to do something in between. That's why usually when I follow people, I'll go to one profile at a time and I'll watch like 2 or 3 of their videos and comment and, like and comment on each of them. And I'll go back and follow another person. Do the same thing to them. I'll do that for like 3, 4 people in a row. Then I'll wait for about half hour and then I'll go back to that same train and do the exact same thing.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to repurpose your articles in your groups, okay? So if you guys could mute yourselves and raise your hand if you want to speak, that would really be good. We're getting enough people on here now that we need to start raising hands. So if you could all mute, that would be great. So this is my most recent article that I published. So I'm going to take this article and I'm going to create in another part of that Word document. I'm going to create a post. So I'm going to copy the link. This is the link to the article. And I'm going to go into my Word document and I'm going to start go down below this a few spaces and pasting in the URL. Enter, go up above, and I'm going to go into the article. And in order to copy things from an article, you have to always click Edit Article. And then you can go in let's see. There we go. We'll put this little section in, copying that. And then I'm going to paste that into my Word document at the beginning. And then I'm going to go and add some hashtags. So I'm going to go back into that document and find the hashtags at the bottom. And I'll use some of the hashtags. Oops, I got way too many hashtags in this one. Okay, I'll just copy those. And I must have been in a hurry when I did that. And I right click and paste. So there, I've got this whole thing all set to go. I'm going to copy the whole thing. And you'll notice the picture that I've got on this post here. So keep your eye on the picture. I'm going to update now that I've got all the information that I want off that. And there are 2 ways that you can go into your groups. So if you click the home button, you can go into your groups this way, down here, and click on your groups. Or you can click the hashtag I call up here with the 9 dots. That's my favorite way to go. And then you can just start posting in your groups. I just go with the first one. And when you're joining groups, make sure you join groups that have 3,000 or more members, because you have to remember that you're in those groups to mine those groups for customers, right? People that are your perfect customers. So just click on the bar here, and once you've got your cursor in there, you can just do a Control V, and see what happens? It automatically puts up the picture. Post is all set to go. So you click post. And then you go hit this little back arrow in the top left corner after each post, and you go down to the next one. Click on it. Click on the box. Control V and post. And it's all set to go. Hit the back arrow. Now, the Seattle Business Network is not my group. It's one belongs to my oldest son, and he's asked me to help him build this group for him. So I've just been really slowly working at it. This has a request to join, so I'm going to select that and approve because I'm the manager of that group. So this only happens in groups that you are either managing or if it's your own group. So there's no request to preview. So I'm going to go back up and click on the Seattle Business Network. So now I can click in here where you post and Control V. Now watch this here. This is a group that I manage. You can only do this in groups that you manage or that you own, okay? So if I scroll down, there's my post, right? But I'm going to pin this post because I can. I'm the manager of this group. So I'm going to replace the one that's already pinned with this one. There we go. It's automatically pinned. Now I'm going to go look at some of the other posts in here. This is what you've been searching for, modern paver patios. Okay, this looks like a really interesting post. So I could choose to pin any post in this group if I want to, but I don't want to pin any post in this group. I just want to recommend that people read this post. So I'm going to recommend this post, and you can recommend up to 3 posts in the groups that you manage, right? That means groups you manage, groups you own. So there's one. And let's see. Dara Dotson, layoffs aren't slowing down. Scaling, most are hiding. This isn't just a restructuring, it's an AI-driven labor. Okay, let's go here. And we'll recommend this post. So that's confirmed. Post number 2. Frank usually has really good posts. Annual summit, okay. So I'm going to recommend
That's 3 posts within what time frame, Christine?
Pardon me?
3 posts in a group within what time frame before you can recommend 3 more?
Once a week. And LinkedIn keeps really close tabs on that. So if I was to go in next Monday in the morning, it wouldn't let me do it
I see.
because I'm doing this in the afternoon, evening, right? So this one is all set to go. And I'm going to hit the little arrow in the top left. I'm going to hit it again because of all the different things that I did in this group. And again, there we go. So then I would just go to the next one. So that would be, are there any questions so far? Raise your hand if you have a question. Okay. So now you know how to repurpose an article. Now your main feed on your home page is where the articles will show up. When you've published a new article or a newsletter, it should show up in this main feed. And if it doesn't show up, wait until the next day because sometimes LinkedIn is a little bit slow, but usually they're pretty fast and they're right on top of all the posts. I can see we're over time here. Are there any last minute questions here? So we'll go over the newsletters again next week to make sure that I haven't missed anything and you guys can be feeling confident in doing newsletters.
Christine,
Yes.
can you save templates of newsletters inside of LinkedIn, or you just save them as draft?
You just have to save them as drafts.
Okay.
Yeah. Donna.
Yeah, just a quick question. To subscribe to a newsletter, how do we, if it's a quick answer, how do we actually subscribe to your newsletter, so to speak? Because I didn't have it come up, but I think I've done it. I think I've done it right, but I just want to check.
Okay, let's try a couple of ways. It shows up right here where you can click on newsletters. And if it shows up in the bottom left here, you can go there, or you can click on your little me icon. I'm not sure if I've got this right, but we'll check and see. And you go to posts and activity,
Yeah,
and you open that up, and then you click on this more button up here,
yeah.
and I've got newsletters here. So you can go and click on the newsletter button, and there's my Thrivability Digest. Here's my newest newsletter. These are all the newsletters that I've done so far.
Right, okay. Because I don't think it worked the way I did it looking at it, because I seem to
Yeah.
only.
So you should be able to click on any one of these newsletters.
Oh, it
And
didn't work.
didn't it?
So post an activity,
Mm-hmm.
and then where did you go?
And then in the post and activity, after I clicked on post and activity, I went to the top here where it says more.
Oh, mine doesn't say that.
Oh, you're not at 500 plus. I'll bet you that's the challenge.
But I should be able to subscribe to somebody else's newsletter, right?
Well, you'd think so. Go on. Did you check on the homepage down on the left side there?
Yeah, I did. And I've got one that I have no idea who or how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But his newsletter comes up, but I don't even know. I don't know. It just has create newsletter, but it doesn't have any option to find anything.
Okay, if you
But
click
that
on
might be something you can work on for the next week, maybe. I don't know.
yeah. One of the things I've noticed is because I published my own newsletter, it showed up in my main feed here, and I'm going to see if
Yeah.
there we are. So if you check your main feed and you're following my newsletter, it should show up there. But if you're not, another thing you could do is you could go into my network,
Yeah.
and when you're in my network, there's some different buttons in here that you can click on. So there's invitations here. People invite you to join their newsletter. They invite you to come to their LinkedIn Live events, and they invite you to connect with them here.
I've got no pending invitations, but it's just a bit weird. Like,
And down at the bottom here in the left side, see where it says newsletters?
yeah, I've got that. That's where that one comes up, and it doesn't allow me to go anywhere else.
Okay. Another
So,
thing that you could probably do is you could probably take and do a search for so are you following the Thrivability newsletter?
well, I'm
Thrivability
trying
Digest?
to. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so type in this search bar up here, Thrivability Digest.
Thrivability. I may have called it the wrong thing when I was trying to. Thrivability Digest, Thrive Project. So just have to go down and see if it comes up, right?
Yeah. And if
Okay.
it doesn't, I'll work on it and we'll make sure we figure that out for next Monday.
Okay. I'm getting a lot of the Thrive Project, but
Wow.
nothing about. How do you
Okay.
spell thrivability? Did I spell it right?
THRIV as in Victoria.
Yeah.
E
Yeah.
A B as in Bob.
Yeah.
ILITY.
Didn't have the E in. So, oh, look, there you are. Now you're there. But
Cool.
Thrivability Digest. Oh, subscribe. That's what I need to do. Right. Monday, thank
Yay!
you.
We
Because I was
did it.
like, how do I follow you? It's not coming up.
Well,
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you.
you're very welcome. My motto is where there's a till, there's a will, and where there's a will, there's a way.
I love that. Good on you. Yay. Perfect. All right. I know we're over time, but thank you for that
Okay.
last.
Well, that's awesome. I'm always happy when I can help somebody.
Yeah, it's so good.
You have a
Thank
great
you.
rest of your
Another
day,
great,
guys.
yeah, another great session. Thanks, Christine. I'll see you online.
Okay. Bye for
Okay.
now.